Yo, what is going on, everybody? So in today's video, I'm going to be ranking every single event shop from worst to best. And so this is all just based off of personal opinions and what weapons I think were the coolest, and I guess which events had the better weapons. And before we get into that, I hope you guys were all able to actually get this free UGC item. I think I made like 3 different videos on this. So if you guys were able to get this, it wasn't really that hard at all. The item was actually out for a long time because if you weren't already a player of Treasure Quest, it actually took a while to complete the quest, but if you had all the game passes and stuff, it was super easy. But unfortunately, I couldn't get the top 100 because I had actually just gotten out of school and I was playing on my phone. I started a little bit late, but I still did get the golden swords, which I'm pretty grateful for. So if anyone got the diamond sword, which I know a lot of people, or I guess I know a lot of people who already have, but I will be buying someone's diamond sword pack whenever they become resellable in about probably, I think around like 25 days now, they will become resellable and you guys can get some Robux from that. So if you guys have some prices, just let me know. Probably just DM me on Discord or something. But now we'll be getting into the actual video. Basically how this is going to work. I am just going to put up a screenshot of the different shops on the screen, and I will talk about what I like and dislike about each one and rank them. So let's get right into that. Alright guys, so to get into this, so I'm pretty sure there has been 17 shops and I have screenshots of all of them. And coming in last place as my least favorite event shop is actually the 2023 spring event. Honestly, I think the only good thing that came out of this event was the emblem. Everything else was just kind of mid, if I'm being honest. I mean, some of the warrior weapons I suppose look alright, but I really wasn't a big fan of this, or I guess these weapons. Personally, definitely not a fan of that shield at the bottom of the ultimates. The mythics were actually pretty decent, but overall was not a fan of this shop. Guys, and coming in 16th place is unfortunately another spring event. So I have the 2022 spring event in 16th place. I'm just not a fan of these weapons. Like I literally don't like any of them. Most of them are all wizard weapons anyways, and they actually I guess have decent value now. But the only thing I like is the emblem, which is actually probably one of my favorite emblems. Too bad I couldn't get that. But this event was just kind of mid in terms of weapon designs, if I'm being completely honest. 15th place, I actually have the 2021 winter event shop. This event, I mean, there's definitely some cool items like that Christmas tree weapon and the I forget what it's called, but it also has a like blinking light, so that's a really unique weapon. I actually sometimes use that weapon during Christmas time. But overall, I'm just not a really big fan of this event. It definitely fits the theme of Christmas, and I think it's an overall decent event, but I didn't want to place it too high on this list. 14th place, I have the 2021 summer event. Sorry for the bad quality on this image. I couldn't find a better one, but I have this event here because I think every single one of these weapons is trash. The only thing I like about this event is the effects. The effects straight up carried this event. I would have put this event in last place, but I love the effects so much, and there's 6 of them, so there's a lot to choose from. So I decided to put this in 14th place, but the effects carried this so hard for me, and the only reason it's not in last place is because of the effects. Coming in 13th place, I have the 2023 summer event. This event has some really cool warrior weapons and also some really cool wizard weapons, but the reason I'm putting it at 13th place is because of the sandcastle shield. This thing makes me want to throw up every time I look at it. I look at the shop and it just makes me think the shop is horrible because of that one item sticking out and making me very angry. And also the emblem in this event also is not very good compared to other emblems, so those 2 things really brought the ranking down for me. Okay guys, there's actually only 16 shops that have ever existed, so I'm throwing in the 2019 summer event because this is the only event that actually didn't have a shop. So let's just all imagine for 12th place what the 2019 summer event could have been. In 11th place, I have the 2021 spring event. So this event has a lot of, I guess, reskins basically of the other weapon. As you can see, pink and blue of those blades, yellow and white of the magic weapons, and so on. So this event kind of feels a little bit lazy, but at the same time, the weapons are actually semi-decent in my opinion. So this is just kind of getting like the middle ranking, I guess, but that's about it for my opinions on this, and I guess we'll be moving on to 10th place. 10th place, I actually have the 2022 winter event. So first of all, I just want to say I love this emblem so much. I'm really a big fan of just like things snowman themed, I guess, during the winter. So I'm a really big fan of that emblem. 10 out of 10 for sure. Some other weapons are really strong on the, like, I guess, detail side, and some of the other ones are kind of mid. So this event definitely has good weapons, and this event definitely has bad weapons. So it's just kind of hard to rank it, but I put it in the middle, just like the 2021 spring event. 9th place, unfortunately, the first Halloween event is getting taken off the board, and this event is the 2021 Halloween event. And if you guys didn't know, I always love the Halloween events. They're definitely my favorite time to play Treasure Quest, and I think this shop was just, I guess, the weakest in terms of good weapons for all the other Halloween events, because they normally have really good weapons. But I can't lie, a lot of these weapons I would use, and the emblem is also really cool. So it's definitely the worst Halloween event, but it's also not a bad shop either. In 8th place, I actually have the 2022 summer event. So I just want to first say that the water wings from this event are super cool, and same with the sun sight at the top there. Those two things are like the highlights of this shop. Everything else is decent, but it's really not that good. So I think those two things definitely carried this shop. There's not too much to say, so let's move on to the next placement. 7th place, I have the 2022 Halloween event. This event has a lot of, like, I guess, diversity here. A lot of these weapons are just their own thing and actually look really cool and really clean. Once again, Halloween is like my favorite time to play, and we're not really talking about the event here, but I think I have to include the crafting recipes from this event. Like, they were literally insane, and they looked insane, and they're also insanely rare right now. So this event, in terms of the shop, was just crazy, but especially in terms of the crafting for that event, it was wild. So definitely, I think this is the right spot for this in terms of the shop. 6th place, we have the only event that has ever had a shop extension that I believe, and that is the 2020 summer event. So this event definitely has some cool items, and definitely has some items that people will pay a good amount for, like, I guess, these days in Treasure Quest. A lot of these items I really don't see anymore. Some of these items I still have myself, but most of them I actually do not have. So I think it's a pretty good event, honestly. I mean, I love the part 2 that gives you more ultimates to go after. I thought that's what they were gonna do this year with this summer event, but they just added basically a different update, not really an update to the summer event. I guess the summer shop itself. So I guess now let's move on to 5th place. And in 5th place, I have the 2020 winter event. So this event definitely has some really cool weapons. I actually own a lot of these weapons myself. I really love those two Dominuses, like in the sweater feel. This one really just feels like Christmas, and I love this event. But I'm pretty sure the ones I have ranked above this event are definitely better shop wise. So I would have placed this higher, but I think the stuff I still have available on the board is better than this shop. In 4th place, I have the 2019 winter event. A lot of these weapons you just don't really see anymore, like the legendaries, the rares, and those commons. I would actually love to have those items, because especially like that festive bucket hat, the I guess the ice like cactus crown. A lot of these things you just don't see, which I would love to have. And of course the ultimates and the mythics are also really cool, especially the Vlad reskin, the Santa's hammer, the Mary Wrath. I just love all those items, so I just put it at 4th place. So in 3rd place, honestly, from right now to 1st place, I love every single one of these shops. These are definitely my top 3 shops of all time, but I have to rank them. So in third place, I have the 2020 Halloween shop. I think they did everything right with this shop. There's like one weapon, as you can see, like that. I don't know what it's called, but it's that third weapon in the top row. It looks like that group weapon that you get for like joining the non-senior games group when you first start playing. So that's really the only like weird thing about this, but everything else is really good. You know, you got the wings, you got the pumpkin heads, you got the sickle, you got everything in this event, and I love it. And of course, you have those OG effects at the bottom, the red and purple ones. So yeah, overall 10 out of 10 shop. Okay guys, so in second place, I have chosen the 2020 spring event. This shop is literally amazing. The mythics are amazing, the legendaries are amazing, and so are the effects. I love the dominuses, and I love all the colors on all the ultimates. I think this shop is perfect, and that's why I gave it the number 2 spot. So now let's go back to the lobby so I can talk about number 1. Hey guys, so if you guys have gotten to this point in the video, make sure to comment down below what your favorite, I guess, event shop actually is, and tell me what you would like change around from my list. And also, if you guys haven't already watched, I made a while ago, it was a video about every single lobby that Treasure Quest has ever had, and if you guys want to go show that video some love, it's actually a pretty cool video. It shows you guys literally every lobby that has ever existed, and yeah, I think it's a pretty cool video. So if you guys want to check that out, I'll have it in the description. But now my number 1, like I guess, ranked shop. Some of you, if you've been keeping track, you probably already know what it is, but it is the fall 2019 shop, or the Halloween shop, whatever you want to call it. This shop just has, you know, the perfect textures for a Halloween event, and I will never get over these textures because of how good they look. I'm pretty sure the devs actually made this themselves. So as you guys saw, like, my top 5 shops were just all those old events that I'm pretty sure they weren't like fan-made weapons. The fan-made ones might have like more details, but I just like the original stuff better. I don't even think it's because of nostalgia. I think it's just like me actually liking those type of weapons more. So those are my opinions. Let me know if you guys have any different opinions on these events. Maybe I ranked your favorite shop way too low on this list, or maybe I ranked a shop way too high on this list. Make sure to let me know in the comments below. And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.